welcome back to Opally Hour and day 3 of our magic treasure house. Good that I could talk already. And this is where we've got up to, my little tray of little pieces that I'm going to put to one side now while we deal with a bigger item. So we are making a storage rack and a storage desk. Basically it's all one unit, a bit like a Hoosier that I actually own from my grandmother, so very old. So I'm going to do it slightly different, of course, to what they say. I'm going to be placing items on the shelves and things before I attach everything together, so that we are aware. So let me separate everything out. I know this is going to be a door, so it's almost the last thing to go on, and it has a little cross on it. It needs sanding. I don't think you can see that cross, just about. Oh, straight into my tray of tiny pieces. And then we have several beads that we're going to be working with, and shelves and things like that. So I'm just going to get it a bit organised. I'm going to put my two doors together. I'm going to get these going. We have lots and lots of beads that, like I say, I am going to be putting on the shelves. These are said shelves. It's only really two I'm worried about, which is the middle two of these, and also the base. I'm just going to make sure I get the right piece for the base, which is this piece here that I'm really more concerned with. But I'm going to rub them down as I go, like I did before. I don't like some of this. It's okay, I can turn it over, and there's no decoration on either side, so we are okay. I have my small little standing stick, so I'm going to just start off with the pieces that I'm going to use first, and then as we go we'll stick things on, because some of them will be very tricky for me to do afterwards. Just making sure that this is the right pieces. Looks like it. The top pieces, anything on the top I'm not as worried about, because those are going to be a lot easier to do. Like these are side pieces, not worried about them. It's more to do with the shelves. So one of these I'm not really worried about either, because that we can do after the event. So let's get these three loaded up. Okay, lots to make, as you can see. So we have some picture frames we're going to put in. I'm going to make some more books, which are here, which will also need a little bit of a scuffle with the old sanding paper. Doesn't take much to sand these, by the way. You can also do it with a crafting knife. I've seen someone who does that. I'm not sure why. I'm sure there is a darn good reason. Get these like this. Get the wood pieces done. Not sure if these are stacked books, as in put two pieces of wood on top of each other, but we will find out. I have a feeling not so much. I think they're all individual. Then we're going to need this piece. So I'm going to get all the, not going to get the stickers on straight away actually. I'm going to do those ones afterwards, even though I know we need one of them quite quickly, like that one. I'm going to put that near the sticker. These are going to be scrolls. We will be needing those quite early on too. And they should be 3. There we go. This one says now what? I can't really read them. My eyes just don't work that way. This is we do some canisters on this too. And that's what these are. And this is a clock face. We have a clock in here somewhere. There he is. So again, not so much of a rush on those. They will go in. Stickers, we need to do an envelope. This one, I'm assuming, is one of these, yes. And these, 5 of these anyway, go with those. So it's just trying to organise exactly where things are going. 4, 5. Okay. So some of these beads, these little dewdrop type pear beads, probably not dewdrop, that's probably definitely the wrong word, will go on there, and then we will be using these 3 to put these tiny beads on. There should be 3 of, well, they're all sitting next to each other, and those will be going on quite soon. So I'm going to get those started. And this one also needs rubbing down. And this is just a shelf we're going to use. Don't even use it on this unit. So let's start with getting these 3 together. Give me a book. We will be needing one of the books quite quick. But let's get the small little ones done. There you go. Come here, mate. So, tweezers to hand, and my tiny stick, my bigger stick for B7000, B7000, not B7000 whatsoever. Get my papers out the way. I was working on trying to schedule myself some stuff. I have 3 pairs of tweezers ready to rock and roll. Hello, Juliet. It's not for you. Oh, it's just someone walking past. She will be very happy. She will be back on the windowsill. Today, I should be getting the decorations down. We will see. It's a task. Hold on. Okay, she is not settled, so expect to... Oh, maybe she's going to... No, she's not settled. So expect to hear something, guys. Okay, first of all, let's put these pear-shaped ones. We need 3. 1, 2, 3. That one's a bit off centre, isn't it? That middle one. So let's get those on, and then also, while we're at this, we are going to put these 3 here, on here too. Get them to start taking. And 3. Just keep them away from the edges if you do it this way round. It's just easier for me. I was thinking to myself this morning, you know, if I'd started this channel when I was a lot younger, it would have made model building an awful lot easier. But here we are. There's a dog going past, so that's why she's, which is a very barky dog. Gets very excited about going for a walk, obviously. So it's up to you which order you put. I'm going to put the blue in the middle. It kind of stands out the most. And you want them sitting upright. So if you put your tweezers in the end, this will be, no doubt, another one of the elements that you don't see too much of. And this can then be sitting waiting for us to put everything together. Normally, as you know, I try and put the units together first because they have longer to take, but this time, because they're such small shelves, I think it will be a lot harder to do after the event for me. So this is what it will look like. It's not 100% centred, but that's what we look like. Make sure they're all standing up, don't fall over. And then we will put 3 of these on. 1, 2, again, make sure you don't go over the edge. And then 1 in the middle, like so. And we're going to deal with these ones in a moment too. But let's start with our big shelf here. So what we need is, we need these. Is this the right piece? Just checking. Yes. So what we want to do is cover our books, and again, you don't want to necessarily get the sides of it. It won't matter. So make sure you have it the right side. I did not score this or anything. You can. And try and hopefully get them to stick a little bit on the sides. There's always the hope. And then this is going to go to the back of that shelf, but not over the back, so you don't want to go past this line here if you do it this way. And you want it a little bit to one side because we are going to be putting scrolls down the other area. I think I'm going to use actually blue for this. No, we can use B7000. We're fine. We're fine, right? So put a little bit on the bottom. Try and get rid of any strands. Pop it to one side. And you can see just by looking at this that they're just, you're just not going to see this. But we've done it, we've done what we're meant to do. Make sure it doesn't go over the back. So it looks something like so. And there's enough room down there. to put the scrolls in, which I will put in afterwards. Maybe I'm thinking about this. Then book-wise, the first book we are going to need is... Don't need any books for this. We need the scrolls, and we also need the canisters. Just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. And then we will need, what else? This one. No. The one with 2 holes on the back. This one. But all of this, does it all sit at the front? I think everything on this one sits towards the front, so we don't really need that. We can do it afterwards, after it's put together. This one was slightly harder in the sense of it's right at the bottom of the drawer. So I'm going to make up these. So we did these. Did we do these before? Can't recall. Oh, let me put this lid on. So what you want to do is find like a stick or something like that. And I can't remember if I showed you this before. My memory's, great. And then just do that. I think I did, and I hadn't circled it very well. So you want to get them all circled, and there's 2 we will need, which that isn't one, but I'm going to get all of them done at the same time. So again, take it, what you're going to use is the tab at the end here, which has, can't see it so well with that one, let me show you one you can see it with, which has diagonals like this. Those are going to stick them together, and then they are going to go inside here. So at the moment they're not going the right way or anything like that. All I'm worrying about is, go back over there, is getting them a little bit curly. And then one more. It doesn't have to be perfect, as you can see that one's far from. And we will be using, I can see 4 of these going to be used. Okay. Then I'm going to get some tacky actually. Let's move this away from here a moment. I'll put some tacky in the far corner. I'm just going to use my stick in order to put a little bit of glue on those tabs and get them to join up. And because it's tacky, it's reasonably quick, but it's easier to get off your hands. So then a bit more on there, probably too much, and pop that underneath the other side. Hold it together for a second with your tweezers, and you have a canister type shape. And I'm going to repeat that 5 times with all of them. So we're just going to make these up ready to rock and roll. So just hold it with the tweezers. And it shouldn't take long to take. Like I say, I'm using Aliens Tacky for this, but you could use B7000. I just don't like getting on my hands really. Nothing more than that. I actually think B7000 is a very good glue. I just like that I can't get it off me. Maybe if I had steadier hands, which I don't, used to, then maybe I would use something which would knock it on there, because I'd be so precise. But it is what it is. Start to get my decorations down. I have my dragon clock up that I made. You haven't seen the video for that yet. You will. I need to do a repair to it. I think when I put the numbers on it, it didn't go on right. So I need to sort that. I have that up, so if you hear ticking, that's what it is. I thought it was quite a quiet tick, but now I've got it up, I'm really not so sure. Anyway. Then I also have, my sister got me a little plaque that I can hang over a light right near where I do all my crafting, and it says, what does it say? The craft room is my happy place, which is true. This is where I get my solace. So no judgment zone. Well, I'm sure some people would judge me. Just try to line this one up slightly better, but it's already started to take. So that's the third one. Might as well do them all now, huh? I was going to pause it and carry on, but we've got this far, only 2 to go. So unless I have an absolute pickle with one of them, I'll just get them done with you. And these thumbnails on, you know, what timelines rather, not thumbnails, but the timelines on this. Can I cover you up, baby? Try and cover her up, preempt that she's going to want it. Timelines on these, of course, were much more not as detailed as some models because it's just by object and it depends how many objects I get done. And then last one, like so. Line that up. Right, and then if you can see them, I can see this one says I can't see what it says, obviously. It looks like Bakel. B-A-K-E-L. But maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's meant to be bagels, maybe it's not K. I try not to use my magnifying glass, and I'm sure my glasses should be strong enough. Oh, this one's totally off. That's because I was looking at it, I was being nosy, trying to work out what it says. Anyway, I'm going to put that one to last, give that a moment or two more. Right, so what you do is you take your tops of them, so you want them to be hopefully the right way up, if you can tell. This one was slightly off too. And oh, don't lose it. Oh, go back, there we go. And what we're going to do is just put a little bit of glue on the top. Again, I'm going to just use tacky, even though it's going in metal. And you want it with the pointed end of the bead upwards, and that makes your canister, like so. If I could pick it up and show you, I would. It's on a run around. So it looks something like so. So it looks a bit crooked, doesn't it, even to me. And this one, does this one go in the bottom? This one does go in the bottom, so this one will sit right in the middle, actually. So I think we can just put tacky on for that. And I'm not worried that these haven't really taken, because it won't matter in the scheme of things. Try and get any writing towards the front. Oh, the lid came off. That's okay. But certainly your seam towards the back, where it joined. A little bit over. Okay. Then, that was just coincidence that I managed to get that one. Oh, this one may not be so much coincidence. And then again, I'm actually going to switch for this part to B7000 actually. And this one does have writing on it. So I'm just trying to get it the right way up. Okay, let's look at that. Oh, it's got a big picture. Okay, this is the top. Saw a string. And again, put it in there. Which isn't all very straight at all. Just use a bit of tacky for that. I'm going to put that on here. Now, don't have it quite to this edge because this unit that we're doing is going to have little door fronts, and that door is as far as I need to really go with this. I need scrolls to put in, but I can do that afterwards. But I am going to carry on and get the rest of these done. Okay, while those have a moment, I'm going to deal with this bead. This bead has the last of those on top. Guess I shouldn't have held it like that, huh? That's particularly centred. Okay. And then use this yellow bead. Where is my yellow bead? Maybe I didn't put it. Do I have a yellow bead? Did it go from hook? I have another one. Maybe I didn't put it. It was quite. I don't know where that went either. Losing my beads. Anyway, this one is going to have. I want to put our tweezers almost all the way through this one when I can find the hole on it. It's going to have one of these. It's not. It's going to have this one on top. So I'm going to do that, and then it's going to have one of those tiny little dots afterwards. So I'm going to try and get that on straight away. Might be alright. It's a pretty good aim for me. Go there. Get rid of those tweezers. Next on the tweezers, then turn the page back. We have 3 beads, which are 4 beads even, can't count. 2 purple, and the red and the blue. Going to go on here. Put my hand straight in like glue. So again, you could put the tweezers all the way through. Or we could just wing it. Try and get the tweezer through the hole of the white one. Could be 7,000 on the palm of my hand again. I don't think I've done that as much as I have with this build. I cannot find the hole. There it is. Oh, a hair of mine. Lovely. And then we'll poke it all the way through with your tweezers. Get rid of your hair. Push it down. Hair came back. Okay, let's sort that out. It's attached to me. Okay, and that's our white bead done. And then we want to do the same with all but 2 of these, and those 2 I'm going to deal with in a second. Oh, you guys come back. You go over there. So I'm going to sort out my B7000 in a second, because it's very stringy right now. Okay. Just hold it. breathe, give yourself some patience. You haven't even got glue on it yet, you shouldn't be attached to anything. Oh bless it, it's keen. Okay, you're that keen, let's get you on then. Okay, this one turned upside down on the other one. And then get them off you. Oh, for goodness. I'm not an impatient sort, but really. Or maybe I am. I definitely do sometimes lose my patience also with these models. It's been very difficult, let's put it that way. Let's put it on the end of the bead this time then. Maybe that's an easier way. Definitely worked. Right, then we're going to take this little piece, B7000 on my nail obviously, and we're going to pop in one tiny bit B7000 on the middle of all of these. Our tiny little beads that we are going to put in. Don't think they have much on them actually. You kind of want these more to the front, or well, when you put it in you want it to the front. I guess I did have some on my tweezers after all. And again, you could put it in any colour scheme that you want on here. Funny enough, the blue one that hasn't gone the direction it should have. And then you have something like so on that shelf, and that shelf is ready to put in. This shelf is ready to put in, so both of those are. This one just needs the scrolls, which we make up now, which is not by B7000, I am happy to say. We will also need an envelope, which we have done before, so just fold that in half. And then we'll start putting the unit together. Oh, I'll tell you what I was going to do. Okay, sorry about that. One thing I was going to do is pop these beads on the doors. So you got little crosses on the doors, like I said, and you want them to be just like in the middle of where the cross is, and these are like your door handles. So I'm going to get those on. So there's one with a string, and two. Doesn't really matter which side it goes, as long as when we install them we know which side they are. And pop that there. And pop that there. Like so. Those can go to one side. Then of the small pieces we have left, I need to deal with some of these others, but I think they're kind of at the front there. So we have 3 pictures to do in one book, I believe. So let's have a look. No, we have three pictures. 3 pictures to do. So we have a raven by the looks of it, which is going to go on here. If I could pick it up. It's a little bit, tiny bit bigger than the block, but I don't think it's going to overly matter. And that's going to go on the top of the unit. Then we have, what's the other one we're using? Raven, some sort of plant. That one I don't think we use today. Or if we do, I'm not sure where it's going. I don't think it's a plant actually, I think it looks like a bunch of balloons. And they only have picture frames going around one side, maybe that's a modern thing. And then the last one is this long one, which goes on here, and they're the only 3 we're using for now. Don't know why we're not using the rest, but we're not. And then we're going to put our clock on, which is here. Careful not to tear in that corner. It's a little bit attached. There we go. So we're going to have an envelope left on the piece of paper where it came from, the sticker paper, and also painting by the looks of it for another day. Don't know why they just don't get us to do all 4 at the same time, because it doesn't really make sense. And these are going to go on a separate shelf with the blue one. Darn it! These don't go on here at all. Oh man. Okay, I have to grab those off, they don't belong on there. It is something else, it's these 3, the bigger 3, these ones. Oh, my fault. Alright, not to worry. We are not going to worry too much. And then we're going to make our books up, which just literally fold around. And then I'm going to take these off and stick these 3 on. And I'll show you that afterwards. I'm about to have a visitor, so I'll get that done before they arrive. And then they could be taken a moment. My fault, goodness. For some reason in my head, I mean, well, I didn't go back and check the instructions, I guess. In my head, that was the way it was going. And then the last book from here. And that piece of paper can pretty much go to one side and cut off the section which held the books anyway. It's interesting to me that they make some of the paintings, but not all 4. Weird. That's that. Right, let's see. B7000, so there you go, it wasn't even set. So I don't think we even need the blue one today. I think we do need the red one. Oh, we need the red and the blue. Oh, took the bead off and not the actual thing. That came off pretty easy. It's not going to be enough on there to hold it, I don't think. Okay, so start that process again. Let's get this one on here. And then have 3 roughly where we had them other ones, so I'm using the same marks. It kind of works, doesn't it? Okay. Here we go again. And then we have these three going on. So you want the blue to one side, you want them towards the front, like we had the other ones. Very nicely looking, by the way, but I did a reasonable job of that. The white one in the middle. And then the purple one, or one of the purple ones, to the other side. Hello, Juliet. Crying about, oh, you've moved out of your blanket. Heaven forbid. I will get you covered. Okay. Okay. So it needs to go forward a little bit. I use the end of the tweezers because they... And it's those ones. Wow, it's like, don't again notice me. Okay, we will get the scrolls done then. I'm waiting. Now, I had a very thin stick. No idea what I've done with it. Let's tear that off. Don't need that for the moment. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't know where my thin stick's gone. Oh, I haven't brought it over. And you want to roll them on the page. Come back to the shelf. So the shelf is going to take this blue one, this shelf here, with the raven and the clock. Shall I just put those on? Why not? So the bead, and these are more in the middle, not towards the front. The picture and the clock. Sticker for the clock is slightly off centre. Don't do that. It's alive. Must be Beauty and the Beast, Mrs. Potts. Never seen it. I recommend it. It's a very cute movie. Beautiful for kids. Oh, or adults. I mean, I quite liked it. Although, in the majority, I actually like a lot of the old Disney ones. I don't know any of the new ones. I've never watched them. Pocahontas, I think, was the last one I saw of the new ones. And Disney seemed to have got away from the cartoony. I've never even seen gosh, what's the one that was Academy acclaimed and it had the cartoons, and they've just made a second one. There you go. Just made a second one. Can't remember what it was called. We don't need this today, by the way. Might need some of these. I can't remember. Alright, so I'm going to leave these to set for a little bit. Get my scrolls done. Let's turn the page. And the scrolls are... they're going to fit on here down the side, so if you think of it that way, lengthways, there you go. So I'm just going to roll them around a very small, didn't roll at all, very small stick that I have from the Mooning House. And you could glue them down, or you can let them be free. If I was to glue them down, I'd probably use tacky. Probably would not use B7000 for this. And as I'm going to pop them in, or I will eventually, then maybe I'll use tacky if they've really fallen apart. Otherwise I'll just stick them as is. But normally what you would do is you roll them reasonably tight and you put a little bit of tacky down the back here, or other glue. Could use beacon, come to that. So beacon's a little bit more stringy. Maybe I'll put some tacky on them. I got a moment. I haven't had the notifications go on the way yet, so. but it only takes 5 minutes when they are. Come to grab a chair from me. It wasn't mine in the first place, I was kind of just storing it. Okay, so just all you do, put a bit of beacon probably would be almost your best bet, but tacky works just fine. You could use B7000 if you like it. Just roll it onto itself, and you've got a nice tight scroll. I'll do the same with the others. I can't think what that movie was. Oh, was it? No, it wasn't Fantasia. Oh, Avatar. Never seen it. Evidently it's meant to be brilliant. I don't know why I haven't seen it. I'm sure if I saw it, the first one, I'd probably be like, oh, I need to see the second one now. And then just roll it in your hands if it's not quite taking, like that one. It's being rather awkward. And then scroll this one. Scroll. Glue this one. Wow, words. We will start putting the unit together. 3. Okay. So we will start doing the unit because that's all we need to do for this. And we will be making this one first. So take your base. Oh no, don't take your base. Take the shelving unit first. So they've got a notch down the bottom there, and they've got a pointy bit. You want the pointy bit pointed downwards. Then your shelves will go in, and this one is on the top. You want it facing forward and upwards. So it goes on like so. And you could put these in actually and decorate them. It's very loose. I'm going to use wood glue because I'm going to have a moment. I didn't worry about doing the top shelf because, well, why? It just fits over it anyway. And then a bit more here. And wood glue does give you a moment to allow things to dry. And then these beads go in here. They've got them really far back in the picture, but I do want them towards the front, like so. Fits lovely. And then put this one on, making sure it's the right direction. I've seen a bit I should have rubbed down. That's off. Put my hand straight in that wood glue. We're going to square this up any moment. Easiest way, huh? I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Lie it down. Can't see the hole. Stop being attached to me. There must be 7,000 on there. Okay, let's try that again. B7000 on my paper. Okay, more clear then. Because it all came off. Sticking to everything. Okay. That's how that looks, and then we'll square it off with the lid. It's going to fit on that inside. Let's just go on the top. And then that I have a moment to take. or, like I say, square it off once it's in proper anyway. Something like so. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? This one's not in on this side whatsoever. There we go. Almost squared it off totally, and then I moved it. Could have done with those top ones being forward a bit more than I had. Okay. Right, now we've done that, we will go to this, which has this piece at the bottom with this piece on the back of it. So again, doesn't have decor. No, it's going to go against the wall anyway, I'm pretty sure. Like so. Pop that in there. And then put these ones on. So these are going down the sides. They sit on top. Okay. Same with the other side. Other side. Oh. Bloopy bloopy. Okay, and then try and square that best you can. Now, at this point, if you wanted, and maybe I will, put your screws in. So just making sure it's set with the ends and pushed in everywhere. Okay, it's looking good. And then I'm going to put these screws in, I think. As I say, my paper needs turning over or inward. Then I'm going to put that on, and then that all can sit there and wait. So the screws can go on with this. There isn't much left of it actually. I want everything attaching to itself, but it seems to really want to do that. Keep separate. Okay. I was going to put some glue here. And it's okay to these poke out a little bit from the front, but not much, because you are going to have your door fronts in there. So you've got two choices. You can either put your glue on the paper itself, or you can put it on something like so, or more. I guess I'll put this one on here. So I don't have mine poking out the front. I think that's going to get in the way of the doors, to be honest with you. I don't trust it. Like so. Something like that. And then just move it away from that edge a little bit. Okay, so now it's up to you which order you put this. I'm tempted to put this in and then add it to that so. Just going to go up that way. So it's going to be to the front. Nice and easy. And a little bit of glue going down here, and then all we got to do is finish this off, decorating it nice. And then added to that, we will glue it for the back to make sure that the back touches, because we want it to be flat. And because it's wood glue, there's quite a bit of movement right now, as you just found out. Okay, guess we'll put you in afterwards then, my friend. Very good push down. It has a little overhang on the sides, so we'll pick that up to do it then. This side moved. This one a tad. Okay. Something like so, and then pop this onto the back of it. And we are ready to put the rest of the decoration in once this finishes. You can see this is very off centre. The nice thing about wood glue is it does take a moment to dry, fortunately. Okay, and that's what we have for now. And then we will have the doors to put on and the rest of the decor when I get back, which won't be long. Right, the other thing that I almost forgot to put on is this front, which I'm going to do now. And that just covers it over. Okay, again, I'm going to do that with wood glue. I almost forgot about this little fella. Oh, Juliet. I was taking decorations down while I was waiting for the glue to dry, and my visitors arrived, but they haven't arrived yet, so I thought I'd come back to doing this. What are you after? She's looking at me like, there's too much going on. Can I get my seat back on the windowsill yet? It's not quite. I don't actually have the tree down. Okay, and then, I guess while we're at it, let's pop these doors in. And they could be having a moment. So I was tempted to do this with B7000, but as I have a moment, I'll pop them in like this. And this is what I say, you just don't see those books we put right at the back. Can you see them? I can't see them. And this pin is just going in, or clip is just going in for it to lean against something. Give me 2 ticks, Juliet, and I will play with you. Oh man. Maybe if I had it upright, it would be a bit easier. You just stay there, my friend. And the same with the other one. And the handles should match roughly. Again, if it's a millimetre or 2 off, it's not gonna be the big thing. Better stop touching this one, it'd be great. Darn it, it was in too. So, something like so. so. And like I say, you can't see too much in there. You can see next to nothing in there if you go and close on me, mate. My clip is slightly too big for it. Something like so. Okay, let's get this pin back on. We'll give that a moment or two. I'll carry on getting decorations down. Whew. Okay, it's had a moment. It's definitely not dry, but it will stay, hopefully. Right, now we just have the last few things to put on, and then I think we'll call it a day. So we are going to put on, let's see what we have going on. The things in the bottom here. So we have a book, and we have 2 canisters. Could have used different glue, don't have to use this for this sort of thing. And take a book, any book will do. This is the blue coloured one, so that's what we're doing. I want it to have this, so it can certainly go over the front, because as you can see the doors will stick out, and they do have it going over the side a bit, but I don't think I'm going to do that. And the 2 canisters they are using is the pink coloured one, just this one. I guess I should have put this one in first, because it doesn't want to play the same game I want it to. And then next to that goes a white one. It looks like a pale blue, so this one. Then top of the book, just roughly even those up a bit. Top of the book goes the envelope. Something like so. Just go with me. Different angle would be good. Don't need everything being on the same angle. My sister would be proud. And then followed by what's going on there. Ooh, don't know what that is. I actually can't see what's going on top there. Oh, the yellow one. It's the yellow bead, this one here. Which is nicely taken. That goes on top of here. Okay, tweezers were yucky. Although some time's gone past, so it's probable that the other tweezers will be okay, but B7000 does take forever to dry off. And then on the top we will be putting the, got 3 things going on the top. I've got a picture, got the blue bead, and we have the other book. Put the book on first. I'm going to do this the opposite direction. Like so. And on top of that will go the red bead. Okay. So we will have some leftovers again. So red bead can go up. Pretty certain that's right this time. Okay. Won't look overly straight. And the picture is of, I think, this one. Which it looks like it's this way. Maybe it's a strawberry or something. Try and get that straight. And then the blue bead goes on top. Corner. edge too, because it should be sitting nice and flush, and it will take away from the colours. Right, and that's what we have. So let me move all this stuff out the way, and the stuff we have over from today, which will go onto my tray of tiny pieces when they are fully dry, which they probably pretty much are, because there's been quite a gap in between my recording today with trying to get decorations and stuff down. So this is what we ended up with. We ended up with a little, can't remember the name of it. They call it the, what do they call it? Storage rack and storage desk. But the name, because I have one, is something else. We also made our shelf. Let's display that the right way up. We have a canister over, which doesn't really want to stand up straight. There we go, mate. And we have one of the blue beads over, which you're not going to see much on the thumbnail, I don't think. And a purple bead over. Like I said, I don't know why they don't get you to do all 4 pictures at once, but hey. And then a third picture. I mean, they have this one over. You would have thought that they would do the whole thing, wouldn't you, really? So slide the canister down. It's not very straight, the lid on that, but overall it doesn't matter. So there we go. Prop that up like so. Can even see it on the thumbnail, maybe. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Any comments are very much appreciated. I would always get back to you. Might have a slight delay depending on what's going on in the world. I have a nice glue strand going there, and this one wants to fall. Probably should have left it. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching, as I say, and I can see it slowly going backwards here, and I'll always get back to your comments. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's what keeps us buying the models to hopefully do one that you are also interested in. Any ideas? Always appreciated. Not saying I'm going to get to them straight away, but I would do my level best to get to them as soon as possible. At the moment I have quite a few models on the go for one, but also outstanding. So good times, right? It's exciting. As long as I don't get myself confused, and to be honest with you, I'm doing a similar one to this at the moment, prepping it and everything, so me getting confused between the 2 models is, hey, might happen. Alrighty, so most of all though, do take care. That's the most important thing. Take care, guys. Bye bye now.